I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to feel completely blindsided. My name is Trevor. I'm 38, and I've been married to Madeline for 10 years. We met at a charity gala in London. She had this way of making everyone in the room feel like they were the only person there, and I, in all honesty, was just glad she noticed me. I wasn't flashy, never really the life of the party, but I had stability. I worked in finance, had a modest flat, a reliable car, and I kept my head down. Madeline said she liked that about me, said she could count on me, that I was grounded. For a long time, it worked. We had balance, her spark, my steadiness. Life felt right. Over the years, though, I started noticing little things I brushed off at first. Madeline's evenings out had become more frequent. Work dinners, she said. Networking, client meetings, team bonding. I didn't question it much. I trusted her. I still do. I trusted her completely. I cooked dinner, did the laundry, handled the bills. I thought showing support was the right thing to do. I believed in loyalty. I believed in her. But something in my gut kept nudging me. I'd occasionally glance at receipts she left on the counter, small things at first, restaurant names I hadn't heard of. Then, one afternoon, I was going through our joint account statements. And there it was. The same name. The same restaurant chain. Over 2 years. Repeated charges. My hands shook. My heart raced. I didn't want to believe it. I stared at the screen, scrolling back through months, back through years. Every month, a pattern. Every client dinner, expense, the same man's name, the same amounts, the same pattern. I felt sick. Not from the money, but from realizing how methodical this had been. I confronted her that night. I didn't yell. I didn't slam doors. I just sat across from her at the dining table and said, I know about James. I know about the dinners. She froze. For a moment, I thought maybe it was shock. Maybe she would explain. But her expression was too calm, too measured. Then she smiled, that smile that didn't reach her eyes. She said, Trevor, it's not what you think. That line hit me harder than any lie ever could. I had already seen the evidence. I knew exactly what it was. But her attempt to deflect only made me feel smaller. I said nothing more. I let her try, let her weave her words, but I didn't respond. Anger wouldn't have changed anything. The next days were hell. I went through every email, every calendar invite. I felt like I was navigating a world I didn't belong to anymore. A world where the woman I married had been living a parallel life I wasn't allowed to see. Friends called, asking if everything was okay, and I said I was fine. I started noticing her interactions at home, the little detachment. Small touches that once felt intimate now felt transactional. Every attempt at connection was met with avoidance. Then came the moment. Tuesday evening. She walked in, smiled faintly, and said, Dinner with James was fine. Everything's covered. She didn't even look at me. I simply nodded. And in that quiet, I felt a sharp clarity. I had been trying to maintain a marriage that had already fractured, trying to hold together trust that was gone. I packed my laptop, my documents, a few personal items, and left the flat. I didn't shout. I didn't slam doors. I drove to my friend Callum's house and just sat there. It wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming a piece of myself I had been giving away for a decade, thinking loyalty was enough to sustain a relationship built on secrecy. Over the next week, I navigated the aftermath, contacted our accountant, secured what was mine. I had to act like a man who knew exactly what he wanted. Then she tried to reach out. A text, a call. I didn't respond. Her words had no weight anymore. And in that silence, I felt relief. A heavy, suffocating relief. It's strange, the way clarity comes. It's quiet. A recognition. You walk away. Not angrily, not spitefully, just decisively. Just finally, firmly reclaiming yourself. I haven't confronted her again. There's no shouting match. I've built a mental boundary. She made her choice. I made mine. I slept through the night without a weight pressing on my chest. Sometimes I think about what happens next, but it doesn't matter. I know the truth. The fire she once inspired in me has been replaced with quiet vigilance. And I feel, finally, like a man who owns his own life again.